Hi, in this screencast we're going to cover some macros. Now included with the Phone Manager Professional and Team Leader Edition is our macro design tool. Also included is our API, so using the SDK you can go ahead and utilize our ActiveX control or our .NET DLL functions and start to create your own call control and CTI applications yourself. However, we're going to use this very simple macro. I'll go ahead and click New Macro. We'll very simply pop Notepad. I don't claim to be an expert, and we'll use Visual Basic scripting. Okay, so we'll enable this event, and we'll tell it to happen only when I receive an external call that's inbound, that's ringing. Actually, I'll change that to answer. I'll right click here, and the first thing I want to do is change the window focus to be the application, in this case Notepad, that I'd like to screen pop. So we'll say set window focus. There you go, and it writes the script for us. So let's go ahead and open up Notepad. Okay, you see the title by default is untitled. So I have to tell the macro which window to point that to, so I'll call it untitled. I can click test while I build this macro, there you go, to show that screen pop function. We've had great success doing this with the likes of the AS400, some terminal applications for example. We can pass caller ID and screen pop those applications that don't have an API or any other method to do that. So this is our last best effort to accommodate screen pop integration. So once we screen pop, what we're going to do is send keys to the window. Remember, we'll call the window name untitled. So now we could send a Control F function, for example, within an application to find a record. But we can't do that with Notepad, so we're just going to pass a property which will be caller ID. So we'll pass the current caller ID of the call to the Notepad. We'll click Save and we'll close. Now, in order to use that macro, I need to go ahead into my application settings and enable macros. So I can put this on a network share somewhere so that we all share the same macros. Very easy to deploy that way. I'll click Save. I could also create a button, and we'll say it's a pop macro button. Go ahead and select the action run macro, and that's the only macro I have, so it's automatically selected the pop notepad function for me. Click Save. Now I'm going to go ahead, log in, make an inbound DID call. Now remember, I set up the macro to only pop on answer. So nothing's going to happen yet while the call is ringing. I might be a hunt group agent. I don't want my applications to pop every time I receive a call. I'm only interested in calls which I answer. So there you go. So it's popped up Notepad and it's pasted my caller ID into Notepad. Let's close that. Actually, I won't close it. I'm going to delete the... I'll right click on the banner and I can add a custom button. I've already added the custom button, but I haven't defined what that button will do. So I'll select Pop Notepad. I'll select my macro. And now I can perform that function from the banner toolbar. There you go. Or I can indeed use the Pop Macro button which I created earlier. Same result. So there you have it. There's a very quick and easy macro. Look at our website on our knowledge base for further information. There's documentation on how to do that. It goes into greater detail and you can have some fun with macros. I hope you enjoyed it and thank you for watching.